Greetings and welcome back to the Casual Wargamer. A few days ago, Winters SEO did a little video, a live stream, about is Casual 40k dead? Not so long ago, a couple of weeks, Pardo over at SM Battle Reports did something similar in one of his Pardo chats. For me personally, I don't think casual play is dead at all. In fact, I don't think it's been stronger, probably the best way to put it. Compared to what you see, I still think the majority of players out there around the world playing in their local stores, in their bedrooms, in their garages, whatever, are playing just for fun. They're not trying to, do the sort of things you'll see in a competitive event. I'm imagining that there are far more people out there just playing the rulebook and the codices and paying no attention to the balance data slates and the points changes and all this sort of stuff than there are people following it. Casual play is still very, very strong. However, I think the problem myself is that it's overshadowed by the competitive side of the hobby. If you look at Games Workshop, when they do their little Meta Watch videos every couple of months to show you how they're doing with the factions, trying to balance them out in that little Goldilocks zone, 45, 55% win rate, they're talking about tournament play. They're not talking about everybody. They're just looking at things like the LVO or Nova or whichever big tournament is going strong at the minute. I think I may have mentioned in a previous video that I thought that they even used data from things like the Tabletop Battles app. I'm not quite sure where I read that or saw that or whatever, but it turns out, no, they don't. They only use the full-on tournament results, which I think is a bit bad. Because although tournaments are where you're going to see people trying to push the limits of the game, surely trying to balance out an army should require Games Workshop to look at both the competitive angle and the casual play. And the problem is that little Lex and Tim, when they start showing an interest in the hobby and they look it up on YouTube or whatever, and they see this, and instantly it's promoting competitive play. It's promoting tournaments and not just general play. On top of that, you have how social media portray it. If you go onto any Facebook page for your chosen army, or even just Warhammer 40k fans in general, whatever, they are talking competitively. And if you go on there and say, hey, I'm just a casual player, blah, 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 you generally get a lot fewer responses, or you'll get people who are helpful, and then you'll get people who go, look, no, don't do that. You need to be playing this, 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 and this. I've seen it myself. There are people who can't see why you would play a certain unit or play a certain stratagem or a tactic because it's not viable in a competitive environment. And again, if little Lex and Tim come along and see this, they're going to go, oh, okay, so this is how we have to play. And they're kind of shunted into the competitive approach. Again, on top of that, if you look at a lot of battle reports on YouTube, let's take a look at, you'll get the likes of Winters SEO and Brain Start Working, Play on Tabletop and so on, who play quite narratively, who play quite fun. They don't necessarily play strong lists. They'll bring stuff for shits and giggles, and that's great. But you have the ones that really draw people, like Tabletop Tactics. Great, absolute great channel, great people, great games. But they're playing, even when they say they're not, and they're playing for fun or they're playing narrative, they are playing competitively. They are fine-tuning those lists. They're not taking something that's not considered good unless they absolutely have to. And again, people tend to get shown towards these sort of channels, and they watch that and they go, this is how we're supposed to play. And this is where it looks like casual 40k is dead, because there isn't enough of it being showcased. It's not being promoted to new people of different ages coming into the hobby. They're being, through how social media and, I dare say it, I don't want to say vocal minority, because I don't think competitive players are a minority, but one side of the gaming community is a lot more vocal than the other. And so when someone comes along, they're instantly being pushed towards that side of the game. I think it's about time, in a way, that Games Workshop start to promote the casual player as well. Start looking at that for their balance things as well. Even if you take them as two separate entities, and you look at they look at the scores from tournaments on one hand, and they look at things like tabletop battles and similar as a casual thing, and try and balance it out that way, I think that would be good. I think it would be nice to see more casual channels promoting battle reports and showing, hey, look, you can play like this. I'm not going to turn around, and I'm never going to be the sort of person to turn around and go, competitive play is bad and wrong and evil. At the end of the day, all I ask, all I expect, is you to come in and play the game that you love. I don't care how you play, as long as you're playing. It's the game, it's the hobby that we should be promoting. But I think on the social media aspect of things, we certainly need to get more casual play, more casual discussion, maybe that's the right word, going, and maybe not focus quite so heavily in general on the competitive aspects. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. It's only a quick little vid, just been playing on my mind since I watched Winter's and Pardo's live streams. Am I wrong? Am I not? You tell me. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and take care, guys. We'll see you next time. Happy gaming.